Hey guys, Mighty Benaya here. I am just coming with an update on this alliance war, and there's a couple of things that have gone down. The first thing that you'll notice is we lost the battle for St. Petersburg. We did a lot of damage to them, but they ended up succeeding in their defense. There was no way for us to take it, even though they had no fort. They had enough troops that they were unable to that we were unable to take it. But in the same hand, they took nothing in Morocco. Alpha Dago put up a valiant defense and annihilated army after army after army that came up onto his shores, just absolutely decimated the armies of Spain, France, and Italy. Now, because Sweden was able to knock out a lot of Russia's forces, and let's not forget, Harkold defended and has pulled a lot of Russian forces down to the south, I was able to come in and take this northern province from Russia and this northern province from Russia. I have sent down an army to try to take their double oil at Vologda, but I was unable to take it. He had too many troops. He had a double fort. We put a ton of spies in Vologda to try to take out that fort, but they had multiple counter spies, and we failed that particular mission due to some bad RNG. I am going to most likely lose Archangel here shortly, but the damage has been done to Russia. Their morale is suffering. They aren't producing as much oil here. We have taken enough ground that we are in an economic lead. I will actually show you on the newspaper. We have the first largest economy, the second largest economy, the third largest economy, the fourth largest economy, and the sixth largest economy. We are dominating the economic game, but even though, and we are winning the military game, we are taking provinces and they are not, but more than anything else, we have got the long game. So our focus needs to be on playing the long game, building our economy, responding anytime they send troops to try to take back what we've taken, and taking opportunities of anytime we get right of way and we see a weak spot. Speaking of which, Ottomans got right of way with Serbia, and they were able to sneak in the back door and take two provinces from Austria-Hungary. So poor Spankerton is having to move troops from the front line to defend his back line. He's having to scramble, and he can't depend on Russian help because Russia has issues of their own, and he can't depend on Italian help because the Italians wasted most of their army in a fight against Morocco. So he is stuck with what he has, and he has to defend his back line, and he has got enormous forts that he can either try to run into, or there's forces there and he doesn't know how many forces are on his doorstep. So one thing that I noticed, and he just changed it while I'm recording. So I was going to tell Germany, Silver Star, he abandoned Prague. He sent an order an hour ago to abandon Prague. He has 30 troops there. It is a level 2 fort, so we didn't know exactly how many troops he had there. He did have 40 troops here in Innsbruck. He has moved 13 out, so he has 30 some odd troops plus a bunch of Italian troops that are trying to come reinforce. I'm a little bit disappointed and really wish that he had not caught that he completely abandoned Prague. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world that he realized that was an enormous mistake. is as long as we hold out, we win the economic game. So the focus right now is hold the provinces that we have. If we have an opportunity to take an additional province, great. If we don't, it is currently day 6. I am building a railroad here and here. Next up, in 1 day, 21 hours, and 28 minutes and 15 seconds from when I'm recording this, I will be able to start building factories. And once you start building factories, then forts don't have the same impact as they did before. We can build artillery pieces, I can start building cruisers, and yes, they are going to have the oil to build those things as well, but because we have the larger economy, because we have the materials to build up our economy, it's that exponential growth that Spankerton talks about. We have more resources to make more resources to steamroll them. So things are looking really, really good right now. Obviously, everything can change. If we get some bad RNG, something happens, things may not go our way, but right now things are looking really good. So I look forward to here in a couple of days telling you how it's going. But again, right as of right now, it looks like France and Spain. If you look, I usually do the friends and enemies, not the morale map. A big deal right now is France and Spain both have low morale. And I think it's because they're short on one or more resources. For Spain, I think it's probably their grain that's short. For France, it's definitely not grain that's short, but they might be short on energy. They're probably definitely short on energy. And so because they don't have that, and I will go ahead now that I've showed you that and switch back to relations, because they don't have that, their morale is slowly ticking down, which means they can't produce as much material. So in addition to the fact that we can produce more railroads and harbors and factories, they're producing less because they don't have the same morale that we do. So things are looking really good. The focus right now is to hold the line, to not let them take back any of the ground that we have taken from them, to take opportunity attacks, but we're not planning any big operations as of right now. We want to only focus on where we have an opportunity to make a huge punch, or take a territory, but we're not going to potentially sacrifice our position to do that. As of right now, the onus is on Spankerton, the Central Coalition, to make a move. Because as of right now, if nothing happens, if they don't make any attacks and we don't make any attacks, we win the game. So they need to make a move, and we just need to be ready for it. We need to be watchful. I did see Spankerton is moving troops towards my island, towards Ireland. France had done it earlier. He brought 10 troops up here, saw what I had, and retreated. And now Spankerton is bringing up troops, and that's only 13 troops. So I don't know what they're thinking. I think they're hoping that they're going to catch me off guard, but I see that they have 13 troops there, and I'm not even going to declare war on them. I'm going to let them land because they're not going to take a province. And if they declare war on me, their pop goes down, which means that it's more difficult for them to catch up. I am sending 11 troops up to reinforce my province up here. I don't think that it will need it, but given the number of troops that are down here defending, I probably want to have a few more troops. I am building a fort, and it should be finished in a couple of hours. But having just that additional little surplus will be helpful. And then also if Sweden, as they get back on their feet, they lost a lot of troops. And once they get back on their feet, they can come in and help secure it. We've talked about, because it's so far from my capital, me giving that province to Sweden, and I'm comfortable with that once he has got a little bit more infantry count. But I couldn't do it right now anyways. It would be day 8. It's before I can give a province over. So I will talk to all of you on approximately day 8. We'll see what's happening, and I look forward to that. Soli Deo Gloria, and I'll see you next time.